Okay, so this is something that I tried to make a video of before, and if you look at my YouTube fails, you'll see. This is one of my favorite smoothies. I'm gonna show you two different smoothies that I make, and we're gonna start with the tastier, I think, of the two. They're both good, but the other one's a fruit smoothie. This is more of a chocolate shake. So the first thing you wanna do is get your milk, and it's 1 cup of milk. And then you want frozen bananas. What I normally do is I cut them up and then I put them in a big bag and I take them out as needed. Sometimes if I'm lazy, I just throw them in the freezer, like these ones. If you do that, then you can just toss one in the microwave for 30 seconds and the peel will come off rather easily and you can just toss it in your blender. But you want 1 frozen banana, and I'm just gonna eyeball it with these. And then I put in protein powder, and this is vanilla Orgain. This is plant protein. If you use a milk alternative like soy milk or almond milk, then this is actually a vegan recipe. And then we take baking cocoa, and it's gonna be 1 tablespoon, and then peanut butter. It's 1 tablespoon of this. Look around with your peanut butters. Pay attention. You can also get sugar-free peanut butter. Your peanut butter should really only have 1 ingredient, maybe 2, and that should be peanuts and maybe salt. I find that if I do the scoop of cocoa first, it helps the peanut butter not to stick because it's got the powder on the inside of the scooper. But then, you know, you get cocoa all on the inside of your peanut butter. Okay, and then we just blend. Look at that. And I actually have this for meals. It's a nice light meal. It's got a lot of protein because of the milk, peanut butter, and the protein powder. Even without the protein powder, it is so sweet. Bananas are just wonderful. Check it out, try it out, and tomorrow I will finish this video with another type of smoothie. Now I am going to show you the second smoothie that I make, and I realized during my quiche video I didn't give you any measurements, and I usually don't measure stuff here either. So I'm going to measure for your sake. I do measure the milk and the yogurt anyway, so I know those measurements are gonna be good. But just know with the fruit, I don't usually measure it, and I'm just kind of ballparking it so that you have a better idea. So the first thing you want to do is put in your milk, and it is 8 ounces of milk, or a cup. And when you make a smoothie, you should always put your liquid in first because it's easier on your blender. I do the same thing with my strawberries that I do with my bananas, where when they're on sale, I get them and just cut them up and freeze them myself. It's cheaper that way, and you can see I have a ton because Aldi's is just great about having stuff on sale. I measured out 1 cup of strawberries. When I measure frozen strawberries, or strawberries at all, I kind of heap it because there's a lot of spots that it can't fit into, just to make sure I have enough. Then 1/4 cup of plain yogurt. This is plain light yogurt. It really doesn't matter if it's light. I don't like Greek yogurt, but I'm sure that would work just as well too. But you just want to make sure that it's plain and not flavored, because if it's flavored, it has sugar in it. We're not doing sugar. And then I usually just do the strawberry, and that's fine. But I am gonna throw some blueberries in because blueberries are good for us. Just a small handful. There's 10 blueberries in there. So we have our fruit, our yogurt. We want to put in a scoop of this protein powder because the strawberries and the blueberries don't hold their own with the sweetness like the bananas do. Now, if you don't have a sweet protein powder that you can put in it, add a banana. Or if you're not doing a sugar-free diet like we are right now, then you can use vanilla yogurt. Otherwise, it's just gonna be very bitter. And then we're gonna add my secret ingredient, and that is kale. You're not gonna believe how much kale you can put in this smoothie and not taste it. Again, with the kale, I did the same thing. I got it on sale, chopped it all up, and I put it in the freezer. And I have 1/4 cup of kale. If you're like me and you don't like kale, because I don't like kale, then you're probably thinking that is way too much. And when it's done, and you see all the little green flakes, you'll be thinking, oh, that must taste terrible. But honestly, you can't even taste the kale. You can sneak it in there and you'll feel it, the texture. So if you're a texture person, maybe you can't get away with this, but it does not take away from the flavor at all, and it doesn't add a flavor that you don't like, so it's perfect. And then blend. Have our smoothie in our favorite smoothie cup. But if you see, can you see? You can see the little green flakes in there from the kale, but you won't be able to taste it. Oh, that's really good. So stay tuned, there's a couple more recipes I want to show you, and some more no sugar, no flour, no white rice tidbits I want to share with you. So subscribe down below, leave a comment if you want, give me a thumbs up. That's all for this time. Until next time.